Join me in cinematic Sydney to film on the DJI Osmo Pocket 4. And unlike other cinematic vlogs, every single shot in this episode has been filmed with the DJI Osmo Pocket 4 to see how it works under pro conditions. Beautiful slow-mo, anamorphic, in various lighting conditions. Enjoy the DJI Osmo Pocket 4. But first, what led me to go to Sydney when I should be writing my new screenplay in cold Melbourne? Yeah, there's no one here, so I can get this shot right now. But yeah, my biggest problem lately has been writing, and writing at home is something I can't do because I get really distracted with everything in life. And then on top of writing being so hard to do at home, I have to go out to cafes to do my, I guess, creative work. And lately I've been trying to write this script on the, on the topics that I want to write about, and I can't concentrate because it's just so cold right now. And it's insane because literally no one is here at the cafe. Like there's like maybe, okay, 2 people have walked in. It's that cold, and yeah, I don't know where my inspiration is going to come from when I can barely string a thought together because it's so cold. It might sound crazy, but maybe I'll have to try something different. For those who don't know, I've been thinking about shooting a film on this camera, and ever so slowly, I have been moving towards making a documentary on it instead of a narrative feature film. In short, I've been writing a script, but I've been getting ideas for a documentary that I want to shoot. But testing the camera has been its own journey, and I rarely shoot in D-Log. This is D-Log right now, and I've always preferred in-camera film tones, but on the way to Sydney, I decided to shoot everything in D-Log. And to be honest, I think I actually messed up. Well, it's not that shooting in D-Log actually looks bad here, but I noticed there's actually a lot more noise on the shots than I expected, and that's because I'm so used to exposing for in-camera film tones like pastel, and other ones that upon arrival in Sydney, although on the anamorphic lens you can see, you will notice in upcoming shots that actually, in fact, there is a lot more noise. If you've seen my previous episodes in Singapore where I pushed the DJI Osmo Pocket 4 to the absolute limit on the anamorphic lens, using the in-camera film tones like pastel, warm tone, all the different tones, you'll see that the footage looks crisp and clear. But as the ISO starts at 400 on D-Log, you'll see as I struggle to expose correctly. And my methods, well, might need a bit of updating. Now with the anamorphic lens you can use NDs. Depending on how I'm shooting, sometimes I do use them, sometimes I don't. Of course that natural motion blur is actually very useful, but in this case today you can see everything in its 4K glory, and you can see some of the noise. Can you see that noise? With the ISO starting that much higher, it's a different shooting method. And I was so used to shooting with the in-camera film tones that it seems that I've forgotten how to expose for normal shooting. This is me now shooting in slow motion at 100 FPS. As you can see now here, as we arrive at the hotel, I've reverted back to shooting with the normal mode. No in-camera film tones here. Just the straight out the box tone. And how does it look?
I've had an apple for so long, to be honest.
I'm one of those people that underexposes because I like to have flares and I like people to go into silhouettes just like a feature film.
Quite dark though.
Yeah, that's the point. Light and dark. In films they expose this way. I kept it that way. I preferred deep shadows, and that's how I tend to shoot my films. As we arrive at Surrey Hills in Sydney, I notice that the light is falling perfectly in this location. So again, I'm in 100 FPS, capturing slow motion on the anamorphic lens. I really like the look of the anamorphic lens flares. They have their own beautiful imperfection, and I think I'll utilize this in my upcoming film. And again, it's really about how you like to shoot, because I prefer shooting like this, but that's me. I mean, some people would prefer to have more ability to change their image later in post. As we arrive at one of the top cafes in all of the world, I instantly realize I'm a lot happier shooting in this moment here. And although I'm just capturing moments, capturing and practicing moments for an upcoming documentary, I feel that shooting this way makes me happy. And if I do want to grade this footage, I actually can. As you can see, this is all straight out of the box, as is. And I think I'm one of those people these days that likes to have convenience over just stressing over the image so much. Now, previously I did shoot everything conventionally. I mean, the last documentary I shot was actually on the GH5S, and I used mostly vintage lenses, sometimes a Helios lens to get that deep focus, but in recent years I've really gravitated towards this kind of very sharp, very digital look. I think it's because I was inspired by All About Lily's Shoo Shoo, which is one of my favorite films of all time. And I know right now you're able to see what everyday filming looks like. That's the thing about this camera. It can be utilized for so many things, whether it be everyday shooting, or if you want to make a film or a documentary. I think that the ability is limitless. But all this talk about specs, and I picked up American Psycho, which is this novel by Bret Easton Ellis, a bit of a controversial novel. While people probably are looking at me odd, why is he reading American Psycho? I start to wonder, is all this comparison about lenses and cameras and, I guess, consumption, is it all kind of like the satire of this book? And the comparison I make with American Psycho maybe, just maybe, to do with our current obsession with specs and cameras and the latest gadget. Just food for thought, because it might not be open gate, it might not be, you get the point, I think. I don't think I need to over-explain what I'm saying, so enjoy this moment we all consume, as us humans do. And as I think about all this, I know I have an extra day in Sydney. And I know that initially, if we reverse back time, before I arrived here, my whole intention was to just get out of the cold. And I hope it gives you some food for thought too. So do whatever works to inspire you as a filmmaker. It might sound crazy, but maybe I'll have to try something different just to write something, because this is ridiculous. Sitting in one spot is just not working for me today. On the next episode in Sydney, I'll be using the telephoto lens, especially in that beautiful sunlight. I think it's some of the most cinematic footage I've shot, so stay tuned for that.